NFC Championship game. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll throw again. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott to throw it. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. That's caught. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now. And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Play action. Here's Hurts. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option left, it's Hurts. And shutting him off now open field. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. open man has got it, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Hurts going to keep it running right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete. The
kick by Elliott is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crew. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now here come the Cowboys. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Prescott looks to throw on first. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know a Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from the 20. And the Eagles are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them,
Both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. To throw is Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads deep. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Now that... fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Stiff-armed him. Solid stiff arm. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Ready? Once again, it's Swift.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Okay, right.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA
The
Sports.
final act of the 2023 season is at hand. What a spectacle in Las Vegas. We're off in Super Bowl 58. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season in Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia.
Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
69 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Brown the motion man right. They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a 16-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's out to the flat for Swift.
Touchdown, Eagles.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And out Baltimore.
Set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so they'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. On the counter, it's Edwards. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And they run with Edwards off the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Edwards fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it'll be Edwards, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Jackson. On target to his man, likely. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield. And now
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 83 yards. And the Eagles will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball. And
there he goes, left side. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They go with Edwards left side. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Swift going to try up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Hurts on the option right. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. From the gun, here's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well of time there. And now 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run right here with Swift. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about... Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Jackson on second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Jackson on third and long. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final play is developing.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Jackson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. One last shot for Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs.